my mind, a key part of the salon offering. Very often products are seen as, something, an additional way to make a little bit more money from a services business. But in our mind, products are actually a key part of the offering for 4 reasons. One is that it gives credibility to the service offering. Right? The fact that you use a particular brand of products, particular range of professional, specialized products, gives credibility to your service offering. So having those products in the front bar, on the shelves, is quite important from a service standpoint as well. Second, a customer comes to you once in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. In between, on a day-to-day basis, there is a beauty regime. And you need to engage the customer not just once in a month or once in 2 months, but on a day-to-day basis. And products actually gives you the ability to engage with customers on a day-to-day basis, even though they come into your salon only once in a month. Again, if you think of the overall beauty wallet, it's an integral part of that. Third is, our business is a service business. Salon business is a service business. It is not a sales business. It's not insurance. It's not about pushing a product. It's about consultation, right? It is about understanding what is the core need of the customer, the beauty needs of the customer, and then consulting and providing the services for delivering that need. Now, any consultation by itself is incomplete if it talks only about services. Any beauty need is a combination of both products and services, and therefore, again, it's a key part of the beauty services offering. And lastly, and I do say lastly, that it does account for a significant chunk of revenues. In India, it's still catching up, but globally, it's about 25%. Many markets going to even more than that. So it isn't a trivial part of the business. Secondly, what do you need to do to actually grow, do the products business in a salon? So many principles of product retailing apply equally here. The first one being merchandising. You cannot sell products unless you merchandise. You cannot just put up a counter and put 10 products on it and expect it to sell. You have to merchandise it pretty much in the same way that an apparel retailer merchandises apparel. Pretty much in the same way that a food retailer has laid out their food section. So we need to have the right range in the salon, which is a combination of mix of brands, mix of price points, and proposition. Someone who has a care concern will not buy a styling product and vice versa. And most brands have a proposition that they ride on. So you will need a mix of that to provide the entire range to the customer.
Now, a few things came to my mind. I'll kind of rush in because I think it's a huge topic. You can speak for at least a couple of hours on this. One key thing now, why is it important for a salon to focus on retailing of products? The second one is, what are the prerequisites that a salon should have if they want to get into an active retailing? Where and when should you do this retailing? How do you do it? When do you close it? And a brief summary. This is what I'll just run through quickly. Now, coming to this question, why should we get into retailing as part of the salon offering? Now, one very important thing that why are products sold in salons? Now, it was not a habit before the 1960s. This entire retailing business in salons started much after 1960s, and I guess most of us would have been pretty young or haven't born. So, but why did they start this? Now, a key thing that these hairstylists found out is, at the salon, I kind of do a fantastic work on the hair. I make them like real heroes or heroines, but they go back home, they use so many products, and then they come back to me again with the same old chicken head. And now, how do I stop this, and what should we do? And there is when the company started giving products which would ensure the hair quality is maintained even at the home, and they can still do and create looks what you do at the salon. So it's extremely important that if you want to have a client hair advertising for you in the market, then the client's hair should be the way it was when he or she left the salon and the time when she comes back. So it's very important. A few points that I would like to leave in your mind. Sales is integral part of service. We are in the business of selling service. We are not in the business of just doing service. So selling is core. And so you don't have to feel bad that I've been asked to sell the product. You are selling yourself already in the business, right? Don't take me otherwise. Now get your clients touch, feel, and smell the product. It's extremely important. Don't make it like a bride completely covering her face and sitting inside somewhere. Let the bride be visible for her to be seen. There is a research by a salon chain called Forest de Salon. They say the clients who buy two products, among the clients who bought two products, 60% of them returned back to the salon. Among the clients which bought one product, 30% came back. Clients who never bought the product, they had very less repeat rates. So the choice is yours whether to sell and retain or just do a service and get them off your table. The choice is completely ours. Finally, gentlemen, with this last note, I'll say thank you. Bottoms up always gives the kick to create more cash.
I'll just give you another perspective from salon owners and what you should do when you go shopping for a retail brand you want to take on. And it's like getting married. So when you go shopping for the bride, it depends who you are, what you are, where you want to go in life, and what kind of a life partner you're looking for. So it depends primarily whether you're a mass salon, you're a niche salon, luxury, whatever category you're in. So if you're starting your growth story, you're probably one salon right now, or 2, 5, 6, and depends on the level you want to go at, how soon. That's one of the main factors in your mind you should keep to select the brand you want to take on. The brand popularity matters a lot in terms of whether they're the right brand for your kind of salon, your price points, their products match that kind of price points. Of course, the first thing we usually look for in a bride is the looks. But that is only secondary these days. You know, you want somebody who's a good life partner with great personality. She's got to have good qualities, all the right mixes. So a product should also internally be the best in terms of giving the right results to your clients, the shampoo, the conditioner, the facial product, whatever it is that you're going to be using. It has to be internally working for your brand, for the kind of services you put in. Next, I would say is the margin you get, of course. Money is very important. So the margin the company offers you. Professional products usually offer a slightly much better margin than a consumer product division of any company. Advertising. Product companies have huge ad spends. So that helps you to like piggyback on them as well. So if you're on just a takeoff stage, 1, 2 salons, you have a growth number in mind and you want to hit that, that company can help you go that way, probably in terms of marketing. They have R&D. There are some specific services you want to start. You can customize services in relation to the products offered as well.